First paragraph only.
I'm Travis Cox. I teach at TCCHS. I teach two severely autistic students. The goal that I have, and I share this with their parents, is to have the students be as independent as possible. In my class, due to the severity of the disabilities, we stick primarily to vocational standards. One that we're having trouble with is monetary standards. While my school does have field trips that are designed to teach students to purchase for themselves, my students often have difficulty on these trips. They get so focused on what they can't have that the purpose of the trip is lost. The technology that I will review is an iPad app called Money Trainer for kids and adults with autism. The technology helps my students learn to use many types of payments to purchase items. This app helps by taking the items out of its literal sense. The items displayed on the screen don't impart such a wanting in my students that they are unable to focus on the purpose of the activity. The standard that I am using is the Vocational Standard 5.4, students with a decision-making process to make informed decisions among options. We will be using their app to help students understand that they need to make choices based on what they can afford, so expense will be the biggest part of their options. This app follows the principles of UDL. The principle 5 is that my students need a different option for communication and expression. While many students may be able to go to the grocery store or use paper money, play money, my students get too caught up in the physical aspects. Further, it follows principle 7 of recruiting interest, as there is typically nothing that interests my students as much as an iPad. Finally, it follows principle 8 by rewarding the students for their success. Money Trainer is an app that teachers can use to teach their students about monetary value, the process of shopping, budgeting, and many other economic concepts. Students can use this app in many ways: taking money out of ATMs, shopping at grocery stores, the situations that may arise while checking out, and the process of using different methods to pay. The ultimate goal of this lesson is to help students prepare living on their own or living in an assisted facility and doing their own shopping. While this is a long-term goal, I hope that by using this technology, my students will eventually be able to go into a store, purchase objects in my class without issues. Use all aspects of this app. There are 5 main aspects with lessons in each one. The first is using an ATM. This part also helps the students learn to budget, as the app teaches them to check their balance before they pull money out. The second is depositing checks and cash. This will help them to learn to deposit money into their own account and not rely on others to do it for them. The third is purchasing with a debit card. This is where the students can learn to budget at the grocery and teaches them how to interact at the grocery store. The fourth is paying bills. This is something that students will need to learn to do for themselves eventually if they are able to live on their own. The last is purchasing with cash, which once again helps the students learn to budget, as the school helps them to learn to interact at the grocery store. As the students progress through each level and has mastered the economic aspect, we will try using more real-world physical tools, such as toy cash, registers, and paper play money. I hope that you will consider using Money Trainer with your students, especially if they have difficulties going out into the store and budgeting their money.